stream live. And then I'm going to do this number. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to All Wrestling Talk Nation with your host, C.O. Sit back, relax, as we have All Wrestling Talk Nation Indian Superstars Spotlight with Scum. Now, your host, C.O. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is C Double, and as the voice up and above said it perfectly, you are watching All Wrestling Talk Nation with me, C Double, as the host. That's the name down below. Check out the new shirts. We got merch, and also my guests. They wanted to do a part 2. By the way, they are being filmed, as you know. They keep talking amongst each other.
What's up?
Cody McCulley, and then the tag partner, the one, the only, the awesome one, Mr. Hoss Michaels. So, you guys asked to do some more of this, so, you know, and if we're going to do more, we obviously going to promote the indie wrestling scene this weekend. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, there's going to be a lot of wrestling going on this weekend. So, we'll definitely hit that up. Guys, thanks again for coming by. What do you guys want to get off your chest tonight? You know, what was it? You know, we had a really good turnout. By the way, if y'all are watching on YouTube, definitely keep checking us out. Also, go to All Wrestle Talk Nation, or AWTNation.com. That's where you'll see all the new shows, all the new stuff coming up. Yeah, that's my Blake Shelton ringtone, so get over it. Hey, gotta do it.
Within like 12 hours?
Yeah,
like within 12 hours, over 100 views.
Yeah. So within
It was
12.
like 107 when we woke
People
up.
like watching Scum.
Hey, it's the life to be. It's a beautiful, you know, now instead of doing It's a Wonderful Life, it's a Scum life, you know. So as you eat my peppermints. So what is it? So you guys got some shows coming up. So we're going to go to the screen above, the next screen, which was basically, we have APW on Friday night. And then that Saturday is Southern Fried. So real quick, guys, you know, you're gonna see these guys more often, but that's real quick. Friday night over at the Royston Gym, 305 Cherry Street, Royston, Georgia, around 8:15, give or take. Doors open around 7:45. We all know indie shows kind of start when you need to start.
Yeah.
But main event is gonna be Brewer and Vane versus Parker and the Mullet. Looks like somebody I know, but I can't put my finger on it. But anyway. But he likes dragons. That's what it looks like. Yeah. You know, they all look alike. And then you got Boulevard versus Delane, and you got Ashworth versus
Scott Mason.
Scott Mason. Thank you. I can't.
Mason.
The way it's written. North Georgia titles online, that match. So you definitely want to check that out. Also, Southern Fried Championship Wrestling Fan Appreciation Night. That's what they're dubbing it as. And man, what a main event. Big effing deal versus AJ Steele. And I have to admit, one of my favorite guys to watch wrestle, Fred Yehi. And there's a lot of other big matches. You got Logan Creed versus Drew Adler, Bald Besties versus Brian Kane and your boy, Roscoe Ray. Then we got everyone's favorite lady wrestler, Miss Brooklyn Page, versus Pandora. Nothing against Pandora, but no, we're just saying. And then we got also Jacob Ashworth versus Otis. Really, that should be a really good match. So yeah, and many more matches. Also, you'll see Trinity there. So big shout out to you guys. So that's going to be the kind of talking we're going to do about the federations that we'll be talking about. Also, check out if you're in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a free show. I didn't have room to put it up, and I didn't get to talk to Mr. Hughes to put it up there, so I didn't want to, triple stamp or double stamp. But you definitely want to check out. They're going to be a big time show at WWA 4. They're at a big showcase, and man, Moose versus AR Fox. I know, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's going to be the Black Emperor versus Yeehai.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I've gotten some of these matches already. I've heard of who's Mindy's, and I'm going. New Year's Day. I know you're off, honey, but you might have to let me go over to that one.
Marking out a little bit.
I got to see that. I mean, that's going to be some good matches. I mean, it really is. And it's free. It's part of the school, and also what they're doing is having past students, future, and present. There is a rumor that Apollo Crews will be there. I'm not sure, but he is a graduate from there, so if he is, watch out. That'll be fun to watch. So, guys, definitely check that out in your local area. Support indie wrestling. Don't, talk about how much you love Kevin Owens and Neville and you never go to an indie show. That's kind of lame. You want to always support your indies, the lifeblood of the wrestling federations. So, with that being said, we're going to discuss the lifeblood of the wrestling federation, like I said, with Scum Life, my boys here, Cody McCulley and Hoss. Guys, what do you feel like with this, the way wrestling has become? I know we've seen it's been more brought to more entertainment versus the actual wrestling. But what is it about wrestling that you guys enjoy doing this as you keep getting older and you keep working? You said you were in it for 6. I know you've been in it for a few years now. Huh?
About 3.5.
3.5. So what is it that keeps drawing you back? What is it that you like about it? And what are things that just kind of makes you go, man, I just wish could, if not go away, but just get out of my sight?
Wrestling is wrestling.
One thing I don't really like is there's too much talking here now. There's a lot of talking and less fighting. And that's one of the main reasons I got into wrestling. I loved it since I was itty bitty anyway. And so I wanted to be that. I like, jumping off of stuff and getting hit with stuff. So
yeah,
I'm like, I'm going to be a wrestler. I got made fun of in school for it, but now look at me now. I'm wrestling every weekend with this one. And what are they doing? I'm pretty sure that Joey from my kindergarten class is a cowboy astronaut. So
is it a cowboy astronaut?
Yes. He said he wanted to be a cowboy astronaut.
He'll be riding a bull through space?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure he's not that.
He's probably sad because, his life is not full. Committed,
It's like
all the people who talk trash about it are the people who aren't really doing anything with their lives now.
What?
Out there doing it.
And when we also talked, about that, we also bring up the fact that there are folks that just also wrestlers that, there's 2 types of wrestlers. You got the guys that always want to get better.
Yeah.
And then you got the guys that just think they are better. Or they're the cream of the crop. We joke about it when we're driving around. But what is it about, just the attitudes? Do you, type of guy, who are guys you gravitate more to work with versus the ones you stay away from?
I usually gravitate towards guys with more positive attitudes, guys that want to go out there and have a good match, not half-ass anything.
Yeah.
Just, they care about the product.
And even if they're hurt, they try to get through the match. They'll even work some ways to, we knew a guy that worked with the torn ACL or meniscus. It's like,
Juan guy.
Our boy Juan. I mean, he was hurt.
We were taken to the hospital at night when he hurt his stuff.
Yeah.
Stood there for like 3 hours in the hospital with him.
Yeah.
Took him home, and what was it? The next weekend we were traveling to Milledgeville, I think,
And
and had a show.
And him saying, "Yeah, I'm wrestling." I'm going, "How?"
He just toughed it out. I mean, that's a wrestler to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you have a head cold, you just tough it out and go.
And he finished the match too, because that happened in like the first spot of the match, and he just kept going.
Yeah, and
People like that. Not people that you feel a pop in your knee or shoulder, and then you know, throw up the X symbol saying you're done. Just continue the match.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you might regret it, you might make it worse, but at least you finished the match. That makes people believe that you love this company instead of, oh, I'm hurt, no more, I'm done. No.
And the fact of, guys, and I mean, look, it sounds like we're always beating the dead horse with certain guys, but I mean, it is what it is. If you're being built up, you got guys that are being built up as the head person and they can't finish the match, that just makes the company look bad. I mean, and it's just, frustrations is frustrations, but sometimes you just gotta look past. You gotta look past it, and you gotta focus on your own stuff.
Yeah,
when does it become, I can't handle being in that situation, versus I gotta be, I gotta just stop working with that guy or just stay away from that dude.
There comes a point when you got one of your top guys trying to quit wrestling just for a girl or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't need that kind of negativity. You don't need to be around those kind of people. I mean, you just need to get out, really.
Well, wrestlers, I've heard a lot of wrestlers say, if you want girlfriends, don't do this business.
Yeah, I mean,
if you want a family, don't do this business because you'll be on the road a lot.
if you're going to be in this business, you got to make this business a priority.
Yeah.
And if it's not, then make room for people who do want to make it a priority and who do want to be here, not just people who want to do it on the weekends and just to say, "Oh, I'm a wrestler."
Or
And you wrestle
once a month and weekend warrior and everything.
You're the monthly warrior then at that
Yeah,
point. You can't even call yourself a
Friday,
weekend.
Saturday, and Sunday sometimes.
What, you talked about living with wrestlers, your dad being one. Also, I know you've been close with a lot of guys that have wrestled. Talk about that brotherhood. Talk about, what is it about, because wrestling, you will have a match, 15 minutes, maybe, 10 minutes. And that's counting coming into the ring, getting fans hyped up, do the match, get the match done, exit. So people go, well, it shouldn't be that hard. But then, what I'm saying is that's the time you get.
Yeah.
But what's the impact more with the guys that wrestle all the time, and they just see the ones that see. We know there's some that kind of like to be isolated, but I'm talking about how is that brotherhood? How does that help you in your maturity?
Well, when you're getting in the ring with somebody, you're basically putting your life in their hands, so it's hard not to really have a connection with them in some form when you're doing that.
That's what he says. Sure, you're putting your life in their hands, but also they're doing it to you too. You have their life in your hands. You can mess up, and their career could be over. One little slip, and I could drop him on his head, and he can't walk the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And I would feel terrible about that too.
There's a lot of trust put into this business.
Best matches I've seen, and we watch a lot of the back stories where they said best friends. When you are really close with somebody, you can have a match and pretty much just pull whatever you want, just because you just have the trust. You guys have kind of installed that also. But I guess my question is that that takes time to develop. But there are some that you're in the ring right away. How was it for you guys when you knew, kind of like when you started? Because tag teaming or wrestling each other, there's a work. You guys can work together well. What has it been for y'all? How did you kind of come to that conclusion?
Did we tell them the story of the first match?
Well, you know the first, but I'm saying it's like, wrestling each other is one thing and being friends. What I'm saying is teaming up and then kind of going, man, we get along well, we do this. That's what I'm talking
it
about.
was after the first match, really.
Yeah.
First match, he showed up, and I was already in the ring. I'm always in the ring, and we were told to do stuff together, see if we can, how good it was. And it was actually really good, better than most of the guys in there.
What else was in?
And then, and then we get in the back, and they're like, okay, you two are wrestling each other. Okay, and the first question he asks me is, do you hit hard? And I'm like, yeah. And he just walks away, like, smiling. I'm like, okay. I don't know what was that about. We didn't call nothing. Most people are sitting in the back for 30 minutes calling what they want to do. We didn't. And that's weird because literally we just made it to that day. And after we went out there, it was hard hitting. And after that, I just earned his respect because he beat me like a dog, but I gave it back to him.
Yep.
And he didn't complain and moan about it. And so after that, we was like, Then I found out all the other shows he was going to. I went there and showed them, hey, I can do this stuff too. And then we just started traveling. We got bookings together.
Yeah, then we started riding farther,
And
like
then-
farther shows together.
Realized, maybe we should try the tag team. And we went to Porterdale. They put us a tag team, and people started saying we were a pretty good tag team together. So we tried to stick with it, and now we're finding bookings for not just singles but tag teams as well.
You got to work. You got to work with the Bullets, and they gave you a hard critique. And I'm going to tell you,
They did.
that's usually a measure of a wrestler. Can you handle critiques when they look at you and go, "You're not that good," or "You gotta find something else"? I want you to say what happened because you were in a tag match with them, but they gave you some great advice, and that's where I want to go with this. What was that advice they gave you?
They told me that, I messed up a little bit in the match, but you can't have a perfect match every time you step in the ring. But they told me that my partner sucked. Like
Not
straight
me,
up.
by the way.
Yeah, not
No,
me.
it wasn't good.
Not this partner.
No,
They
no.
straight up told me my partner sucked. I needed to find a new one.
Yeah.
And then I was looking for people, and other people like, yeah, I can be your partner. And then I was like, oh, I got some booking. Oh, I can't make it. Well, this guy's like barely doing anything. So
Where you go? Oh, I work this show. Oh, wait a minute, he ain't doing nothing. Come on over.
I called him up. I'm like, you want this booking at Porterdale with me? Tag match. I don't know who we're working, but you want to come on? And he was like, yeah, sure. So I go to pick him up, and then we actually triple shot it that day.
Yeah, because I remember that. I remember
We
that
went
day.
to Southern Pride and worked each other, and then went to Porterdale that night.
Teamed up against Big F and Deal, and then came back to watch the last Southern Pride show that night.
The first time
I remember that.
triple shot at the show.
My uncle passed away that day, so yeah.
Yeah, it
that
was.
weekend.
We were supposed to. Yeah, you were supposed to go with us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll definitely be out
You
there.
were, weren't you?
So,
Yeah, I was actually gonna head out there and be with y'all guys on that one, but so in the business, we just talked about guys that don't get it, guys that when dealing with being critiqued, what is some guys will be like, well, they should get over it. They're wrestlers. They should not be so fickle. Some guys are like, look, I don't want to just break them off.
Yeah.
Telling them to match stuff. But then there's some guys like, look, someone's gonna tell them.
Yeah.
I might as well be that guy and get hit.
Yeah, if you have a bad match, you need to know that you had a bad match.
Yeah.
So you can,
Because if people tell you, oh no, it was good, you're going to think, well, I can keep doing that stuff, and then
yeah.
you're not going to go anywhere else. You'll stay at that promotion. And then if you do go to another promotion, and they find out, well, you suck,
Yeah, you'll get a reality check quick.
and you realize, the guy that you're working is like 300 times better than you. Like, okay, why did they just lie to me saying my match was good? And that's why I like having my matches on, like, people recording it.
Yeah.
So when people are like, your match sucked, you got to work on something, I want to see what I messed up on.
Yeah.
Come
Like-
back and watch it, see what
Like,
you
okay,
did
Yeah.
I messed up on that, I can work on that.
I mean, we talked about. Oh, go ahead.
and then see what you did good, do it, and keep doing better at it.
Yeah.
Because see, what thing it's like for me is when I watch a match, I want to see who's telling the story. I want to see, is it being done right? Are both guys being showcased properly? Because typically, let's be honest, that's really what it's all about.
Yeah.
And when I see a match like your match, I saw it had no flow, it had no set. I literally said to the guy that sent me the match, said, "Why are you sending me a jobber match?" They practically made you a job,
Mhm.
and it's like it wasn't like trying to say, "Man, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen." Because you're going against the monster of the company. I get that, but what I'm saying is, in the last match I saw with you against that same person, you were close. So it's like,
Yeah.
how can you then kind of go backwards so to the point that it didn't
I think
translate?
my favorite part of the match was after it when Brett the Wolfman came in and tried to save me for some reason. I'm a heel. He's a face. Why is he trying to save me in the
Motherfucker
first
just runs
place?
in there. You okay, man? You okay, man?
And Cody,
And then his real backup really was the one that was egging it on.
Yeah.
Cody was in the fans watching it,
It's
and,
like chilling all low key over there, and I see that
and
bullshit.
Brett gets in, and I just hear Cody chanting super kick. And so I'm like, you know what? I will. And I super kicked Brett, and then he, like, after the show, like, man, I Shawn Michaels sold for you. That was the best super kick I ever taken. And all that. And I'm like, you didn't have to sell
He
nothing.
flopped.
You can flop.
Fucking dog.
Yeah, his dog sells better than him. Okay,
Yeah. His dog
Moment of
had
silence
dead
for the.
cells,
dog is dead. Still.
Yeah, we're not going to say nothing bad about the dog. No
It's like
one
his
will to
career.
the dog.
so-
That dog suffered enough. Let's just-
Wolfman's career is like his dog. Dead.
yeah.
So,
Got who? All
And
right,
now it's like his dog buried.
the dog got a better burial than he did. But anyway, who are guys that? Is it the internet geeks? Is it guys that are just that will shoot off at the mouth but don't really do anything? Who are guys that really aggravate you, really piss you off? That just because I remember you going off on a wrestling mark, but the problem was I was that mark that we squashed that.
Fucking March.
Well, the funny part was I'm the guy that wrote a lot of the matches. I'm going,
yeah. See,
oh, okay, I don't know nothing about wrestling.
yeah, we squashed that match. What I really did, it was true, but it's not meant to you. But it is true about the internet darlings, people that sit on the computer and criticize.
To call me a darling, that's one thing. I mean,
Not just like
I
Raw and SmackDown. They go and like watch indie shows on the
Yeah.
computer and complain about people's gear and how they wrestle. Okay, like the bull rope. I got complaints about me wearing blue jeans. It's a bull rope.
Yeah,
I mean, most people don't wear their gear in a bull rope, like in hardcore matches.
wore your gear.
Well, you wore my gear. I don't
well,
care.
that was funny. That was more
Yeah.
for a reason.
I didn't know you were doing it, but
I mean,
like in
yeah.
hardcore matches as well, people don't wear their gear because there's barbed wire involved. Gear is expensive.
Yeah,
Fucking
And-
right.
and not only
so,
that,
like,
it's a bull rope match. It's like a street fight.
Yeah,
You're gonna wear.
something you don't care about.
Yeah.
Like, I wore these holy blue jeans that are 3 times too big for me, so I wore the belt. But I'm not gonna mess up. Like I had custom gear coming. I'm not gonna mess up that gear for a bull rope match. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll mess it up if I'm doing a normal match and it rips. But
That's part
I
of the
just hate the
business.
people that
But yeah, the gear thing, I get
complain
that.
about it. Like, oh, so show me your gear if you wear when you wrestle. Oh wait, you don't wrestle.
Yeah, oh wait, you just sit behind a fucking computer and try to tell people how to wrestle when you've never stepped foot inside a damn ring. Like, oh, you're cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
Or
look,
complain about
well, no,
it.
I get that. I mean, well, also,
Well, he has been in the ring. You've been
Yeah.
a referee
Yeah.
before.
I've been in the ring, and my thing is this: I would be in the ring more if my body issues would be okay, but the doctors won't
Yeah,
release.
that's understandable. But like people
But-
that are like our age
Yeah.
complaining about it.
Well, see, my thing that I hate about it is that these guys will rip, and it's like you don't get it. If you ain't been in that ring, you don't have the authority to
Yeah.
say something. Because for me, it's when I was saying, I'm like, dude, did you kind of speak? Because let's just be honest, I was worried about the direction they're taking you.
Yeah.
Because I know that's your home base working, and as much as me and Cody here, would like you not to be calling that home base. And let's be honest, the place is like maybe a few minutes away from here. But the thing is, I feel like they don't treat guys right.
Mhm.
And I've always
Yeah.
felt that way. That's why I left and I wasn't going to come back. So that's why I told you, I was like, I don't like where they're taking me. And that's where I was coming from.
Yeah.
Because you have a very good match with the last time, and then it just goes all the way down to jobber work. And the thing is, it doesn't make sense anyway, because as you said, you're a heel.
Yeah.
You're not even a face. So it's like,
Why come and save me?
and then
Yeah.
the beauty part about all this is that, okay, you're the heel, he's a heel, and yeah, idiot, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you're still getting a pop as a face.
Yeah.
So that's always a good thing. But the thing is, they can't look and go, don't you think we need to develop somebody that we can actually make to kind of rival? Because the question I'm going to have is, as a guy that watches wrestling and sees it, okay, Leatherface, I mean, we're not throwing him out there as someone bad, because he works.
Yes.
Very good wrestler. But my thing is this. There's going to be a point in time he's going to be like, hey, I can't. And you've got to have someone that can carry
You
the
gotta
load.
make way for the younger generation to come up.
Yeah, I mean, I love vets that know how to work and everything.
Yeah.
I can't stand vets that hog up the spotlight, because it's like, how are these guys going to learn?
Mhm.
Okay, this guy can't lose. I'm pretty sure he's lost a couple
Yeah.
of times. It's not like it's an insult to him. Now, if you did finger poke of doom,
Yeah.
I can understand how someone get pissed. But
Mhm.
if you create a match with the guy and talk with the guy, then you should be able to do the whole match.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot of guys, they don't see past that. They're still living in their limelight. And the sad part of it was it's not even theirs.
Yeah.
So what's your opinions about that?
Like he said, like we're not saying get rid of all the veterans. So we need
No.
Everybody needs vets, but like.
But there's a good way
Don't
to be
try
a
to make him. Don't try to make the vet of your company like the greatest. I mean, some are the greatest, but don't make it where he can't be beat.
Yeah.
Because it will happen.
In the end, it's not even about wins and losses. It's about making money. It's a business. So, I mean, wins and losses don't really mean shit. So, for somebody to sit there and be like, oh, I can't lose or I don't want to lose is bullshit, just means they can't do business right.
I mean, that's the sad thing because we talk to guys and we go, do you understand? Because this business is dog-eat-dog world. We know that. But it's like this. If I came into an organization, I am going to want a veteran to be the person to kind of carry the torch, but I expect that veteran to mature and help the guys
and eventually
step
pass
up.
the torch.
Yeah, because those veterans, they are good, but you got to have them to kind of solidify the other guys to kind of keep going. And I feel like that's a big thing that's lost. And I have to say, one of the best organizations I've seen actually, Southern Pride, they actually have stepped up and they've been, they've come up with decent storylines. And then it's like they're now with AJ Steele, they always have guys coming in.
Yeah.
And they're all about the same. They just want to work. And it's really good when you have companies like that. Mm-hmm. So there was we talked about some guys that, just drive you nuts. And I hate to keep bringing that up, but I mean, the beauty thing about this show is real simple. I don't play BS, and I don't play politics, so if somebody wants to call beef out, they call it out. I had an idiot, Terry Teague, who screwed over a whole bunch of wrestlers and a whole bunch of people, even companies, about money. What is it, about keeping your word, but also, what's the maddest you've been at a wrestling show? It could be with somebody, it could be management, it could be another wrestler. How mad have you gotten in a few places? I mean,
pretty fucking mad. I mean,
it got to the point where we had to back somebody into a corner to try to get our money out of them.
Yeah, I mean, NVW, that show was kind of some bullshit.
They asked how much did we want them to get paid, and we told them how much we wanted, and they said okay. And then they come, like, almost after the show and try to say that, we're going to give you $15.
Yeah, the guy walked up. Oh, Cody, you and Hoss come over here. We need to talk to you. And it's like, well, Ben, you better not be telling us we're not going to get our fucking money because we're going to get our fucking money. Oh, well, how much do you want? As much as we were promised. Well, how much was that? You're the promoter and you don't know how much fucking money we agreed on? But no, me and him were each supposed to get $35 each, and the dude tried to give us like $15, and we told him that was bullshit.
And then he tried to pay nobody else. When we sat there and watched him counting money.
Yeah, he tried not to pay like any of the guys from OSWA, like Jackson Carter, Keith Cage. I think Keith Cage ended up taking a pay cut or whatever. He had to get like half of what he was supposed to get.
Jesus. And he had money.
Yeah, we sat there and watched him count it.
But yeah, after he paid me, he went back to one of the tables and he was just sitting there counting the money.
He tried to say that he had no money to pay anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people stayed and waited and got in his face about it to get paid.
You don't stiff wrestlers. That's a definite no. Like I said, that jerk Terry Teague did that, and these guys came from Georgia. These guys came from North Carolina, Tennessee.
They come work for your show.
Come on. Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, it's one of those that it really slaps the face of guys that want to work and want to do something with the company.
And then another thing that pisses me off is people who want to let wrestling politics get in the way of like a fucking good cause, like Toys for Tots, the children's Christmas benefit. So like Clint Eller trying to boycott a fucking show just because a wrestler was on the show that he doesn't like. Yeah, by the way, fuck you, Clint Eller.
That's fine.
Kind of a piece of shit.
Hey,
65 years old, still wears a skirt. Sleeps with like 10 different women, none of them are his wife.
Damn.
Overall, a piece of shit. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Scum Life.
Real.
I think we met the real person from Scum Life. No. But no, I mean, so, like you said, Now I'm gonna go to you.
Yeah.
Mattis, you've been at a
Yeah,
show, and don't be BSing us now. We know
Mattis, I've been at a show.
because we've probably been at a few of them.
Mattis, I've ever been at a show. What show was I was really mad about. Was it? Maybe I'm mad at all the shows.
I think a better question would be, which show have you not been mad at?
That is true.
About something.
Well, I was about to say, yeah, there's been some that you gave us the look of you were gonna kill somebody.
Oh, okay, yes, okay. I went to a show and I was in a 6-man tag, and there was a woman on the other team.
A woman?
Yes.
Oh, I remember this one.
Was I there?
No.
No, you were stuck with us.
Yeah, you were stuck here.
We were waiting on them to come back because they got double booked, basically.
Oh.
And I worked her, and I accidentally grabbed her butt. No big deal. It's
It's a
stuff
fucking
happens.
schoolboy roll up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what you have to do.
And so they people were making a big deal that I did it. It was caused me and my old lady to fight, and then they kept agging it on about it.
Oh,
And-
look half your age.
Ah!
I'll be back.
That would make her 10. So
I'll
you
know
were.
what you're into.
Wasn't that? Yeah, we didn't know. I mean,
You were
that's why I
like
remember.
that.
I mean, what have you
But
been
that's what
into?
I'm saying. Well, they kept adding it on, and then it got to the point where whoever was talking crap, I was ready to kill. I mean, I even walked up to him and told him I'm turning heel that night. I don't care.
Yeah, because you were about to beat up your partner. That's
My
who
own partner, I was
started
about
that.
to kill.
Not Cody, but it was the other guy.
I was about to kill. And then, most of the time in the tag team, I took most of the heat because I can actually bump and work. Well, this time I let him do it all. And I was even mad at Wando Gato because he was
Yeah.
agging it on too. But I forgave him after that because he got me bookings to places I've never been. So me and him worked it out.
Squashed it. I mean, that's what
Yeah,
you're
we
supposed to do. You
squashed
get
it,
this,
we were
you know,
good.
sick.
But then my partner, my old partner at the time, kept agging it on even months after it happened. And so yeah, that's about trying to kill my own partner is about as mad as I've been. I mean, I've had people mad at me for stuff, but that's been squashed too, and now we're
Yeah.
friends again.
And see, in the business, it's like you try not to get too sensitive. That's why I've always said don't be so sensitive with wrestling because one day you're pissed at the guy, but next week you're going to be talking to that. If you break my couch, I'm going to kill you.
Before it feels like citrus, come on, you know.
Yeah, just
Does
that's
it still smell like fruit?
I mean, you have sat on it, so I don't know. It might have your smell too. So
Does it?
Like gay sex and cinnamon.
dang it, I thought.
Are you sure?
I'm not going to ask how you know the smell of
It
gay
smells like
sex, but we'll just
Wolfpack.
move on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's probably because Scum Life is sitting on 12 bucks of wolf fast. Now that gay sex is cinnamon.
I was about to say, how do you know the smell of gay sex? But anyway,
I'll never talk to him.
so we're talking about how someone's going to screw you.
Alright, continue.
Carry on.
People, yeah, carry on. Yeah. We good? We good? We moving on?
We all through. We all through.
Are we through?
All through.
Carry on.
So
Anyways.
one of the things we dealt with for us is politics. People were kind of surprised that we approached the area with that. But I think it's a necessity that people know that in the wrestling business, people might try to tell you, play the victim on, so much,
Mm-hmm.
trying to give their life story and, whine and cry about every small thing that happened to them.
Mhm.
And what they forget is when you're a leader, you can't. Yeah. Well, my thing is when you're a leader of an organization, you can't be showing yourself as weak.
Yeah, you have to
You
be
got to
a
be
fucking
legit
leader.
strong. You got to be a guy that goes, look, Cody, love you. I need you wrestling. Oh, you need money? All right, let me see what I can do. All right, Cody, I'm going to pay you this. Bam, here's your money. Before you even walk in the door.
Mhm.
So, there's no issue. Because then you come in happy. You're calling your boys up, trying to get them to show up to wrestling. Because, see, a lot of people didn't know that about you. You were bringing in extra wrestlers to come into wrestling.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking just your normal guys that, sitting on their butts going,
No.
oh, we can wrestle? Hold on, let me put my jogging pants on.
Oh God, no.
And
No,
hold on, let me do my 50-minute promo. I am Germ.
Oh, that
And,
motherfucker.
I'm calling your ass out because
Oh
you
my
suck.
God.
But anyway, but you know those guys. The backyarders that.
The best part of that show is when it ended.
Oh God, yes.
Or when I took a T-bone suplex on the top rope and broke the ring.
Twice.
There was a little mixed guy or whatever that said he couldn't take chops because it'd make his cancer flare up.
People were not
Chop him
joking.
again.
And then of course our favorite guy, Nitrous, was going, "Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my ring!"
Yeah. Like.
So, by the way, the views of all this is all Wrestle Talk. It's C-Double. It ain't views of the wrestling shows and all that crap. So, if you're gonna get butt hurt, guess what? Get on Facebook. You'll get butt hurt there too. So, with that said, yes, there was a guy that talked trash, challenged the champion of our company, and then told us, "Oh, I can't take chops because my cancer will flare up."
Yeah, and come to find out, they've never been trained.
They were backyarders.
Which kind of speaks to fucking DCWM for letting untrained people in the ring.
Exactly. And here you're bringing guys that can go. And but that's something that I definitely want to say that I respect about you was the fact that you were really good. If you beat my pillows up, I'm gonna slap both of y'all, especially on video.
I don't want. Okay. Whoa, buddy. A fork?
She has a fork.
What are you gonna do? Fork me? Wait, hold on. Put that fork up.
Alright, you want to fill it back?
We through?
Give me the fork and I'll give you the pillow. Same time.
I don't trust you with my fork.
I don't trust you with my pillow.
You pulled a knife on me last night.
Carry on.
I thought. Are we through?
We just went black.
Are we through?
Get through.
Carry on.
Yeah, carry on. So anyway, guys that are not trained, guys that are not, you were able to recruit guys to come in. My thing was this: I was more impressed with your recruiting ability because these guys that you were bringing in were some really good workers, and that we even talked of doing even longer story because we were talking about how my vision of doing storylines wasn't just a month here, month there. No, I could go carry on a whole year if we did it. Yeah, my thing was this: what were you able to do because this place wasn't paying?
Yeah.
How were you able to get these guys to come to wrestle? I mean, that's my thing. That was, because that was incredible. We were looking. We were like, how's he getting the guys there?
They just have the passion for the business. They want to wrestle as much as possible, wrestle new people, learn new things. And it wasn't really, it's not about the money for those guys. You know?
I took after one of the guys you brought in, Nitrous.
Oh yeah,
because in one night.
That's our boy. That's our runner.
You brought in Nitrous.
Did you bring Nitrous?
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought in Nitrous.
We actually brought in Nitrous through Axel because Axel was like, "You gotta let my boy." I was like, "Okay, done." To have him contact. He's like, "Yo, dude, I'm right here." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I brought in Bolo. I know that.
Yeah.
I knew
Blaine.
From APW. I brought in Blaine because me and him go back a while.
And then Blaine wanted to bring all kinds of folks, but like I said,
yeah.
Blaine wanted to tag up with me for some reason.
No, he wanted to tag up, but then we were like, dude, no. Because he had these spray bottles, he was being all rich.
Yeah, I took the spray bottle.
And I said, dude, you gotta be the heel, he's gotta be the face. We can make High Society versus Scum left.
It was funny because he came out with a spray bottle and left it in my corner. And he goes to the other corner, I pick it up and I start playing with it. And he's looking at me like, really? I'm like, you left it over here, so I'm gonna play with it. Just like if Cody was to leave something in my corner, like his Cody McCulley jacket, I want to put it on and act like I'm Cody McCulley. You put on, yeah, Cody McCulley, Real World Champ, yeah.
I don't remember doing that, but alright.
It happens.
Couple times,
I do in my spare time.
Oh, yeah.
And something with him, he takes all my stuff.
Well, you leave all your stuff out there for everyone to just grab all the
This
barrels.
motherfucker has a habit of stealing my elbow pads.
Well, you're wearing these orange tights!
He leaves to go smoke outside. I'm getting dressed. I wonder what's in Cody's bag I can steal. So I stole gloves, an arm sleeve, elbow pads,
Great friend, Hoss.
a necklace with your picture on it. I stole that and wore it around. I've stolen his tights, his kick pads. I haven't ribbed you as bad as we've done Sam Cooper. Taking his gear and hiding it.
Oh, dude. I took all the fucking,
Cooper's gear?
No, I was thinking about Trent. Never mind.
Yeah.
No.
Was it Trent?
No, Taylor. It was Taylor. I took all of Taylor's gear out and put it in Zachary Blaine's gear bag one time. and I was going through Blaine's gear bag, like putting Taylor's shit in there. I found a fucking selfie stick and a bunch of spray tan. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, really? Well, no, we
The
took,
things that you can find in a
we
wrestler's
took
bag.
Cooper's gear and put it under the ring one time in Winder. It's pretty great.
Because he was walking around. Where's my gear at?
Don't know, Bubba.
Don't know, man.
Haven't seen it.
I went to the gas station to get dope. I don't know.
What? You have gear? Oh, damn, I didn't know. I don't know where it's at. Probably still at Walmart.
His gear consisted of a Confederate flag shirt, blue jeans, and a Confederate flag belt buckle and tape that he writes Psycho on.
Oh, God.
Okay?
Oh, God.
Tell me he at least spells it right.
Well, he asks me how to spell it.
Oh, God.
Okay, listen.
You done messed up there. Right there is where you went wrong.
Back in the day when I was like 11 years old, there's this man, Cleve Christian, known as Psycho Man. You know, he's the reason I was his mini-me, basically. I was Psycho Boy and everything else. So I have the right to have some of his gear, to have the skull he come out with, to use his move. If I wanted to, I could write Psycho on my wrist tape for a reason. Sam Cooper, he came out with Psycho Man probably twice and thought he could do everything Psycho Man does. When Psycho Man passed away, I was told I can have his gear and the skull he came out with. Well, he bitched and moaned to Psycho Man's wife and would not leave her alone, so he got the skull. Well, long story short, we did a memorial show for Psycho Man one night, and I pulled out all my Psycho Boy gear, and with Psycho Boy that night, I had Sam Cooper bring the skull. Let's just say Sam Cooper no longer has the skull because my trainer and my uncle Jamie Holmes stole the skull from him, put it in my bag, and told me to check my bag when I got home. So it does offend me. Just like Cody McCulley brought it up at NVW, why are you writing Psycho on your wrist? Well, I was part of the crew. No, there was no crew. It was just me, Psycho Man, and Junior. They were called Mixed Nuts. And then Cody asked permission to hit Psycho Man's finish one night. He asked me permission. I said it was fine because he's basically my brother. Get your leg off me, you heifer.
Continue.
And so I gave him permission to do it. And Sam Cooper got mad about it. Well, can I do it? And I was like, no. And he goes, why? Anthony goes, because it wasn't your gimmick, blah, blah, blah. I'm laughing about it. I had nothing to say about it. So that irritates me. And Sam Cooper, let's talk about that gimmick real quick. Oh, God. Sam Cooper, he got that because he has a Cabbage Patch doll in his bedroom in his mama's house. And it's Sam Cooper spelled with a C, though.
For.
I don't want to know what he uses it for. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to be Sam Cooper and spell it with a K. Oh, that's typical redneck right there.
Redneck 101.
He
To
can't
make
even
your name
spell.
feel fierce, use a K.
How do you spell get, Cody?
G-E-T.
How does he spell it?
G-I-T.
He's not Larry the Cable Guy.
You're not Larry, Sam Cooper.
How does he... Okay. He's 20 years old, and he still says Diddy. D-E-D-D-Y. Diddy.
First of all, improper spelling. Second of all, if you're 20 years old, your daddy is now referred to as dad.
Or old
Pops.
man.
Old man, pops,
Or
fat
as I call
man.
my
Papa.
fat man.
Your dad's
Or,
a
hey,
bunch of
Dad.
clowns.
That is true. I call your dad Dad.
He has that dad look, though.
Your dad does have
Yeah.
that dad look.
Yeah, yeah.
He's everybody's
Your dad
dad.
has that weird little luchador.
It's kind of horrific. He's Eugene and Dr. Clown Mix.
Yeah. And dropped on his head.
My dad wasn't dropped, he was thrown. Just like I was.
They were spiking TDs.
He threw me on my head. He wanted one.
Look, I got this boy!
And he was
Yeah!
allowed to barely
Oh,
graduate.
Hoss Michaels popped out of the womb and spocked himself on the hospital floor.
Probably did.
That's why you're so fucked up. That's
What's
what
your
this is.
excuse?
Too many chair shots, Bubba.
We'll go with that, okay.
Go with that.
Cherry shots, yeah.
Especially with Bono. Boy, I can't wait to hear some.
Oh, yeah, Sam Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper.
And you're still ranting about that.
And then he comes to my house about music. What music should I use? Well, what's your gimmick? Oh, it's redneck. Yeah, like I ain't seen that before. I did it. I have camouflage gear with my name on it. Okay.
Hey, we did look good though. It
We
was
did.
one awesome
I
looking gear.
look like a Briscoe just about.
I have an idea. How good's the volume on your sound thing?
Huh? What?
How good's your volume on your
It's picking up pretty good here. So just play.
Speakerphone?
Huh?
I need to pick up some speakerphone.
I probably could.
I'm gonna call Sam Cooper.
Let's call Sam Cooper.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's do this.
This is the now. I'm gonna put this as the portion of Scum Life. We're gonna let Scum Life take over.
Hey, Sam Cooper.
Yeah,
You're on All Wrestle Talk Nation. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good, man.
That's cool. So, you watching?
No, I'm not watching that now.
Oh,
I'm going down the road right now.
you going down the road? Where are you going?
I'm heading back to the house, man. I gotta go get some stuff. I gotta go get him a dip.
Had to go get canned dip.
Yeah,
Pick it up from your cousin's house after you do what you rednecks do. Hi. Sam Cooper fucked his cousin. Bye.
God, no, you didn't.
Oh my
God, no, you didn't. All right, and yes, that was
You
live.
better not call me. I'm chucking my phone across the room.
Don't choke. Just move it to the off button. So yeah, that's what you do. So I understand that, you know, when you're dealing with people that disrespects. So then now let's talk about the other thing, because, you know, there have been some wrestlers that use the backyard industry and actually got able to get noticed and actually was able to wrestle.
Yeah.
One person that told me so, Fred Yee.
Oh yeah, Fred.
I mean, and that to me is one of those guys I listen to. But what I'm going to say is, with, you know, you're going to have your anomalies. I mean, we all know the Hardys was one of them.
Sam calling.
No,
No.
and someone was like, "Sorry, I'm bugging you." No, you're not. You know, but no, what's cool is though, in wrestling you can teach
Yeah.
and still be pissed off about it. But I remember, I've never seen you so mad, but it was with those backyard wrestlers. So I'm gonna just call
Oh, me?
you and him.
Oh. Which backyard wrestlers are
Kingdom
KFW
Fried
guy?
Chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, those motherfuckers.
So, the guys that wanted to do promos but couldn't do a bump to save their life.
Yeah.
A
those
roll
motherfuckers.
around bump where all you're doing is cradling.
Yeah.
I swear Nitrous was about to get broken because of the fact that guy couldn't do a roll.
Mhm.
And I'm going, dear God. So tell me about that. How aggravating is it when, you know, you guys put your blood, sweat, you're training, you are learning, you're taking those bumps. And then
It
you got
bothers
guys
me
that think
because
they can do
people
that.
want to reap the reward of being in the business, but they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to train their asses off, learn how to bump, learn how to wrestle. They just want to be like, oh yeah, I'm a wrestler, blah blah blah, backyard, blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, you don't just buy a book about how to be a wrestler and then like read it a week later you're a fucking wrestler.
Technically, my dad made a book called Pro Wrestling for Dummies.
Is that how you go? Is that how you learn to wrestle?
No, I was trained by Jamie Holmes and Roscoe Ray. So I know how to wrestle.
Anyway.
They usually say C student.
Shoot.
Anyway,
These get you
KFW.
degrees, okay?
KFW. These motherfuckers.
Like I said, they
They had a germ.
King of the Jungle. What kind of name was that?
King of the Jungle.
Yes, Calvin.
That is fucking.
That was
Oh,
Calvin.
Calvin.
Calvin
Yeah,
was
Mr.
King of the
Chop's gonna
Jungle.
make my cancer flare up. Yeah, you suck.
No, that was the stink bomb boy that
yeah,
wanted to challenge
Phoenix.
Leatherface but went to the movie theaters.
Phoenix was the one that said you chop him and his cancer's gonna flare up.
What the fuck is a phoenix?
This
Like a
guy-
bird?
I guess. I mean, I didn't see no wings on him. The only wings I have are on this dragon.
A phoenix is a mythical bird from
Shut
books.
up, Drew.
Drew, that I agree, but the thing is, this is a black guy who really likes a lot of not animes but convention comic books.
Anyway,
It-
as
point
I was
through me.
saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
Just trying to help you out.
Yeah. Okay. Wings.
Yeah,
The motherfucker called himself a bird, but he don't have wings.
he's like a dodo bird. He can't fly.
Like a peacock. Wait, a peacock's a bird?
There's another bird that can't.
It's like a flying wolf. Wolves don't fly. Like I
yeah,
said,
wolves don't fly either.
Brett the Wolfman. What's up, buddy? Talk to you.
Bible Belt champion.
Speaking of Brett the Wolfman, you know what he told me? That black gear makes you look slimmer. Normally, that's true.
But with that motherfucker,
And his kick pads. He don't want to put on kick pads, apparently. Because he gets told every time to put the strap underneath your shoe. Which, by the way, he's just wearing like Nike shoes.
that's similar to how he doesn't know how to put on a belt, right?
Yeah, like
Finally wins the championship belt, wears the fucking thing upside down all night long.
yes. And the promo picture, he's in the belt's upside down. I told him like 15 times, Brett, belt's upside down. Oh, thanks, man. Why aren't you fixing it?
Because he's on them painkillers all the time.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's just like,
No, not really.
also with him, you know, when people are talking about injuries, we've heard your story about your car wreck.
Well, between his
Million.
hold on. But you're talking about the sermon portion of the show where Donald likes to take up about almost an hour and a half about his story, and then gets interrupted by Brett, who wants to tell his story over and over.
We've heard
It's almost
the story.
becomes comedy hour because you can actually quote it.
We get it. You got in a motorcycle wreck, Donald. Okay, cool.
Your kid
Cool.
got killed.
Yeah, but did you die? Anyways, Brett,
None
you
of
got
this
in a
is
car
right.
wreck.
Pineapple Express? Really?
Pineapple Express, that's awesome. That's a good
But
one.
did you die?
Yeah. Brett, you got in a car wreck. Cool. But did you die?
He did for 7 seconds, apparently.
So technically he did. But the thing is, he doesn't have to tell us over and over and over.
Yeah, I mean,
I-
shit. I don't
I
want to get a
get
fucking time.
I understand, sorta. I mean, I just, like, listen to you and it goes out one ear.
Like, yeah, blah,
In
blah,
one ear, out
blah.
the other.
Brett the
Cool.
Wolfman, blah, blah,
Real
blah.
world champ.
Dead dog, blah, blah, blah. Car wreck. Cool.
You alive, and you
We
wear the belt
told him-
upside down.
I'm responsible for this. He puts tape around his arm up here now, right? I'm responsible for this. I told him to make your muscles look bigger.
Really?
I did.
You're going to need to get slapped for some of this. You know that.
Well, he does it, but then he decides to steal my tape one night. I wore black tape. You can ask Cody. I always wore black tape.
Because
No,
it makes your wrist look slimmer.
no, because I'm naked. And, I'm naked. I'm
You're
shaved.
naked?
Yes, I'm always naked.
You're not fucking naked.
You got clothes on, dude.
For once.
Well, he has been wearing those pink and black tights,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
pretty
really good.
movies.
What brought you to that? If we had a picture to show off, I believe people would be like, "What rednecks on?"
Oh, yeah,
let's
that's not. We buried me. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Let's talk about your gear, bud.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, look, CM Punk called, and he wants his gimmick back when he was in Ring of Honor.
Hey, I didn't wear baggy shorts.
Bruh.
I mean, I came out in shorts.
If you wore baggy shorts, it'd probably been understandable.
I mean, I wore shorts coming out because that building's cold.
Well, that's true. That
I
building
mean-
is very cool. And there was a kid that dressed up like you.
There was a little kid he won the Halloween contest.
Poor kid.
That was one awesome costume he had on. They even drew a beard on him and everything. Slicked his hair back.
Awesome.
I said awesome. That's my thing.
Okay.
Are you really trying to find pictures of me now?
You need free bitties? Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know, he's probably got it on a selfie of it, too.
I really
you know?
don't.
Hey, he took a picture, you did this number.
The only selfie I have is the one me and Cody's in.
Oh, with a special kid in the trying got a big old
I
forehead,
got
5 head in it.
text.
Man, we're just like crapping on these guys. It's beautiful. So,
Are you still looking at my
Shut your
photos?
whore mouth.
You might want to actually look on my profile.
that would be a good idea.
Not uploads. I wouldn't upload myself in trunks.
So, what was it like? So, let me ask you. You've had your matches together. But what guy in the back that you've been hanging with that you enjoyed a lot, his company? Stories of Strychnine.
Oh Lord!
Because I've noticed that man has kind of taken you under his wing, and
Literally.
yeah,
I
his
mean,
dragon wings.
uh,
Almost gonna put a picture of you two singing about, I'll fly on my Strychnine's wings.
I think what was funny was the night we went to Huddle House.
Oh my god.
There was this picture of food on the window, but it wasn't in the menu. And Strick really wanted that. And so he asked the lady, they asked what he wanted to eat. He goes, I want what's on the window. It's not in the menu, but it's not your fault. You've been here for a week. It's not your fault. Then his drink.
Oh
He does
my
the
God.
suicide where it's everything. The lady was like, "High seas on." He goes, "If it's on the fountain, push it." And he takes a sip, and he goes, tastes different every time.
Diabetes on the roll.
I mean, it had Diet Coke.
I did it. I did it before. So
I mean, it had Diet Coke in it. So, I mean, it canceled it.
Everything else.
It had Diet Coke. It had a little sweet tea. It had a little orange. It had a little.
Strychnine is.
Strychnine.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to say about that.
He's a trip though. I mean, I
He's great.
love watching him work, but
He's a
man.
great worker.
He's a trip. Yeah,
One of my
he's
favorite things watching with him was when Piper passed. He actually definitely
cool. Yeah, with the
were killed.
He put the
And
kilt
it
on.
was
I think my favorite match watching him in was in that ladder match with Antoine Brewer.
yeah, dude, that match was crazy. With the bump off the roof, basically.
Yeah, was it Brewer holding onto the belts?
Yeah,
and
Brewer
Straight jumped off with a spear.
Jumped off the ladder, speared him. They both came crashing down to the mat. It was crazy.
Strick's pretty awesome
Yeah.
in that regard. Guys that you love watching, give me indie scene guys, but I'm talking guys that you enjoy watching in the ring that you work with, and also like I said, the best advice they've given you. Who are those guys?
Basically strict, because I mean I've worked him a few times and it's always been great. The best advice he ever gave me was hit people. Make contact. If they complain about it, fuck them.
They shouldn't be in the
They
business.
shouldn't be in the business.
He actually said that after our match.
Yeah.
We had a match, and he came up to both of us and said that he liked the way we were hitting each other. We need to start doing that more,
Mm-hmm.
and people can't take it. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we do now, actually.
And now let's make that very clear. Now there's the stiffing and everything, but when you guys go, you don't rear back. You don't. You are actually hitting somebody.
Oh yeah.
So so there's guys that like it rough or like it stiff, and then there's some guys that got to patty cake them. I was about to say, I hope the patty cake has been gone with, but
Patty cake, really? Not that kind of patty cake. He's talking about
So it's like
that.
I can see it in a match. You're about to wrestle somebody. Patty cake off. This is riveting, guys.
Time out.
I'm the winner.
No,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, Cody McCullough, real world champion. Yeah,
I'm the champion. I'm the champion.
No, I'm the patty cake champion.
I'm the patty cake champion.
No, I'm the patty cake champion.
I'm the patty cake champion.
You're the patty cake champion.
That's what I thought. Hey, you're scared of Rusty, ain't you?
Rusty, what the? You named your fork?
I name everything.
Fucking Hoss Michael's over here calling his damn silverware by first name. Okay. Don't worry.
Bessie out there.
Bessie?
The truck. Bessie?
No, not like Lucy, your gun.
Yeah. Like my shotgun, Lucy.
Lucifer.
Carry on.
Carry on.
My samurai son named Swoosh.
Swoosh.
Yeah.
Does the sound it makes?
Swoosh. Swoosh. If you're terrified of that for some reason.
It's not that I'm terrified of the sword, it's that I'm terrified of you holding the sword.
He's got a good point there. Now, there were some stuff we've done where we've had, we've done promos and stuff. But now you guys are hanging together. I know you got the Scum Live channel. We're going to be getting to that very soon. I'm hoping there'll be videos. But my thing is this. What's in store? I mean, what are you guys going to be doing? I mean, what do you have planned? Because we're already seeing the patty cake and champion. We're seeing forks being stared at. He's about to break in highs because you have it over there.
What's in store for Scum Life? One word. Hyphenated. World domination. Yeah. No, we're going to be doing some road trip stuff. We're going to post our tag matches, probably our singles matches too, whenever we do singles matches. We've already got all of our matches from other YouTube channels that people have posted. I added them into a playlist. You can go on there, you can see different playlists. Hoss Michaels wrestling, Cody McCullough wrestling.
Hoss versus Cody.
Yeah, and then for the matches where we've wrestled each other, there's Cody McCullough versus Hoss Michaels. We got a playlist for that.
What's your favorite venue to wrestle?
I have to say the Church of Southern Wrestling in Cornelia, just because there's so much history in that place, man.
Yeah.
From NCW to Wild Side to Anarchy, There's so many greats that pass through there. It's a feeling like no other place really. Like you can't describe it. You'd have to be in the ring there to know about it. But
No, I'm with you, man. I
Yeah,
get you.
it's crazy.
I like working in armories
Yeah.
because that's how I started. Was in an armory. I'm just wrestling around, and I've gotten so used to armories. Just that's like when I find out we're in an armory, I'm being a little kid, like going to like Chuck E. Cheese or something. I'm all excited, like JoJo the Clown or something.
What the fuck?
I only
You
know
ever met
Bozo
Joe
and
Clown?
I
Ronald.
don't like clowns.
But you like my dad.
But he's a retarded clown.
So is JoJo.
Oh, well, I
That's
wouldn't
my
know.
cousin. Come on, you met him. Remember you lit his chest up like Florida?
Oh, Hunter?
Yeah.
Oh,
I call
yeah.
him JoJo because he's like goofy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, shout out to you, Joe.
I mean, Christian on the other hand, Tap Out was.
Hey, Team MMA.
Yeah.
I got a few words for those Team MMA.
Terry
back
Funk
in
with
the
a
80s.
damn mouthpiece.
Terry Funk didn't win the mouthpiece. Terry Bam Bam Gordy didn't win the mouthpiece.
I mean, damn. But yeah, I mean,
Although we like
Bruce Brody ain't wear no damn mouthpiece. Sorry.
Dr. Bro didn't wear no mouthpiece.
Anyways,
that's
But he
the
did
wrong
meet
thing.
a lot of women back in the day. That tells you right there. You ain't gotta be a buff, Superman to, get some attention from the ladies.
What are you doing?
Just don't hit on Hoss because apparently Cody gets jealous. I heard.
my tag.
Hey, you gotta be territorial, right?
It's true. No.
Kidnap him?
They will return me, I promise. I can just start acting goofy and like, okay, we don't want you, take you back.
True.
So you are kidnapping me.
Carry on.
And I'm just like,
Getting a little too queer-mo-sexual.
I know. This is I'm getting real
I feel
nervous
I feel
here.
like I'm like not talking to C-Double anymore. I'm talking to Dr. Phil.
this ain't
What's
stuff.
going on with the relationship? What has he not done for you that has been hard for?
Why does yellow make you sad?
Yellow doesn't make me sad. Oh, obviously. Yellow!
What the fuck was that?
We don't know who you are.
That Outlaw Dipper guy?
Who?
Outlaw Dipper. He's on YouTube. Shout out Outlaw Dipper.
We're gonna have to look it up. You know that, right?
That song Backwoods Badass.
Oh!
You know who I'm named after?
Your name's not badass.
Well, it was Backwoods Badass Hoss Michaels.
I thought it was the Backwoods Kid.
That was
Yeah.
for the PG
The Backwoods-
version.
That was the DCW.
That was PG.
The Backwoods youngin.
No, that offended people at APW. The Backwoods Young Men.
Oh, anyway.
God, that sounds really weird. Or the backwood, the Young Guns. That
Fucking Young Bucks, Mark.
that was
Really?
Dude, if they would have had the straps with all the fringe on it, I'm with you. That would have been awkward. And you gotta
Really?
remember, AJ wasn't gonna fly like that.
Really? You calling me a young buck Mark?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway!
Who do you mark out for then?
The Iron Baba.
Matt Seidel.
Fuck you.
ACH.
Well, no one gets higher than those two.
That is true.
Hey,
Yeah.
it is what it
Call
is.
me a Mark. You are a Mark Briscoe Mark.
Fuck you. I'm not.
No, that's you.
I'm
Yeah.
Jay Briscoe.
Look at you, you damn. Look at you, bastard.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you. Interview's good.
You looking for this? Huh?
You were the remote.
Looking for this?
Just make sure you
Got a
really
fork.
return it.
You got a fork.
Put it down. I don't think you're gonna do nothing with it.
The standoff again. And Cody keeps getting his head chopped off. On the screen here, that's all.
Think.
What the hell is this? Blues Clues all of a sudden?
And there goes our career.
Yep, it just went downhill.
That was the sound. The toilet.
Yep, I saw that too,
Our
didn't you?
career is going down the drain.
No.
Cody now has to do double the work now.
He does
Look.
anyway.
I promise you, he's not that off.
I'm my own tag team partner.
He already does all the work.
I'm Cody McClain and Cody Scum Life.
Who came up with Scum Wash?
So with that being said, definitely want to remind you guys. Definitely want to check him out. That once again, that's Scum Life. That's my boys here, Cody McCauley, Hoss Michaels. These guys, check them out. I know APW, they work regularly, and I believe you guys are gonna be at that show on the first. I'm not sure.
We're gonna be at the Southern Fried Show. We're not wrestling at it. We're just going to chill.
I was talking about APW.
Oh, APW. Yeah,
Yeah,
Southern
we're
Fried's the second. My bad.
Yeah.
We're wrestling APW. Yeah. Scum Life.
So yeah, you definitely want to check them out there. The second, they will actually be with me. We're already working it out where the double's gonna show up and we're gonna be promoting and talking about all Wrestle Talk and maybe even promoting them because they need it too. So gotta give them some love. And maybe they might work a dark match. Who knows?
Who knows?
So they always bring their gear. So you definitely want to bring your gear. And so definitely check these guys out. Definitely check out the shows. Countdown. It's going to be Brewer and Vane versus Parker and Mullet tag team main event. You're going to all see Boulevard versus Delane. Grudge match is Scott Delane or what's his name?
Scott Mason. And
Scott Mason versus
Scott Mason.
Yeah, okay.
Mason, say it.
the Mason
Mason.
Hero.
Say Scott Mason.
Scott Mayason.
Mayason. There you go.
There we go. Scott Mayason versus Ashworth, Jacob Ashworth for the North Georgia title. Just lost. We went off the tracks, I know. So definitely check it out. Also, then that next day, January 2nd, you want to check out Southern Fried Wrestling. Main event is going to be the AJ Steele and Fred Yehai team versus Big F and Deal. Definitely it's a fan appreciation night. Odison versus Jacob Ashworth. Brooklyn Page versus Pandora. The Bald Besties. The Beautiful Bald Besties versus Brian Kane and Roscoe Ray. Drew Adler versus Logan Creed. And, yep, I knew it. Okay, that felt great. I tell you, I'm gonna whip his ass now. All right, guys. So I'll tell you what, ain't got much hair up the top. I'm C Double. I'll holler at y'all later. Remember, go to AWTNation.com to watch us. Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube.
It's gonna be channel C Double. Check these knuckleheads online.
Check these knuckleheads online.
Especially Cody McCauley.
Cody McCully.
So I'll holler at y'all later. I'm C Double,
Beautiful Hoss Michaels.
and I'm out.